From the home of the reigning Super Bowl champs, we are inside a sold-out and absolutely rocking Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's go. Let's do it. Wait, that fly 20. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Shift, watch the shift. Kill.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. An interesting note about the Steelers opening up on the road here. It's the 5th season in a row that they have started away from home, longest active streak in the league. And, of course, pitting them against the Patriots, two of the most storied franchises, especially in the last couple of decades. Since 2002, these two teams have met in 3 AFC championship games, with New England getting the better of Pittsburgh all 3 times. And you think of the Lombardi trophies, with New England winning last year. Each of these franchises has 6 trophies, tied for the most in the entire league. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Michel, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The New England Patriots remain consistent on offense with a stable of running backs. They added Sony Michel, the 31st pick of the draft in 2018, to that stable at the University of Georgia, mainly for his ability to run inside the tackles and add a little thump to their game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Brady going to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 98 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
54. 3 buzz. Hey, Charlie. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go Bandit.
Brady now on 1st down. He's got it to James White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Buying time to his left. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go Bandit. Regular.
Throwing again. Brady. And there's the first NFL catch for N'Keal Harry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check hot route. Hot. Protein spill. Alpha.
1st down, here's White. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Alert! 48. Hey, high 7. 48 Mike. Hey, pick your game up. Check it.
Now Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go. Back!
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Jack 16. Watch 38. Watch 38. Run. He's done.
Here's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. 23 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's...
And the ball is knocked out, and the Patriots have it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch that. Move. 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Shotgun now for Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54. Alert! 54, Mike. You, hey, echo. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Right here, right here. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's got Sanu. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
They'll run on first down. White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check 48. Bring it. Bring it.
On play action, it's Brady. And incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
You can't block me. Regular. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. It's a party. Bravo. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go one more. Shadow.
Operating from the gun. Brady. Got his man. That's Harry. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now a first down carry, it's Michel, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Brady. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check it, reload. Here we go. Right there.
To throw, it's Brady. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Rip right. Alpha. 54 is Mike. Go. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ozzy.
From the gun, Brady. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Snippers, 66.
Roethlisberger. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Devlin trying to power it in. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready? Like 80!
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Double.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Like 80! 44! Hey, Team 6! Team 6!
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, exit.
They go draw play. This is Samuels looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we have come upon halftime in the Sunday night opener from Foxborough as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A quick throw complete to Washington. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 53.
Here's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Rip. One set. Check, Mike. Hey, Haywood. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Hey, let's get off the field. 72. The field, D. 54 is Mike. 54.
Operating from the gun. Brady. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
230.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Hey, hold 66. Oh, you got deep? Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, zoom. You ain't doing nothing today. Mike's 50. Hey, check it. Mike's 54. I know you.
From the gun, Brady. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now.
He can't hang. He's at 50.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. But now it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Hey, Charlie. Right there. 54 Mike. I don't think you got it, sir.
Brady now to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Switzer on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second and 10 now from the 27. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Steelers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, box truck.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
So they looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you...
Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Check back. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Okay, 66. 54.
Operating from the gun. Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike's 54. Mike. Hey, echo. Record. Hey, 1-7. Check.
Now Brady. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Bravo. You ain't going nowhere. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Regular. Sponge. Hey, 66.
On third down, a run from White. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
6 yards. It's fourth down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Brady will sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on first and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Brady gives to Michelle, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check four.
Again, it's Michelle. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Let's go on. No, 66. Check 9. Regular.
They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for New England, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside